What's up, nerds? Plugged In is back and better than ever. I'm your host, Christian, along with Morgan and Vanessa. Today, we're discussing the recent Oscars nominations, the Lightyear movie trailer, the new Pokemon Legends Arceus game, and so much more. Let's roll the intro. Starting off the list of things to talk about today is the Lightyear movie trailer that just released. I think we got a teaser or maybe a trailer a couple months back, but this one went in more depth into the movie. What are you most looking forward to?
I'm pretty excited about it. As somebody who grew up watching the Toy Story movies, this will definitely be an interesting new take to it. Also, kind of like the movie within a movie kind of concept, where it's actually sort of like a biographical film about the Buzz Lightyear who became the famous toy a lot of us grew to know and love.
Yeah.
And I'm really interested to see how exactly they're going to take it. And with Chris Evans going from one childhood hero to another, that's definitely going to be something to look forward to and exactly see how he takes it on and exactly this new approach to the previous childhood films. And I'm pretty excited for it as somebody who grew up with it. I don't know about you guys, but it's definitely something to keep an eye out for.
Yeah.
See, I'm like the complete opposite. Like, I loved Toy Story growing up. Toy Story 1, 2, and 3, I have all the DVDs. They're in my room still. Toy Story 4 felt like a money grab. Wasn't necessary. This also isn't necessary, but I get that it's like a new introduction for younger people or just something for nostalgia for the older people, like the ones who grew up with it like us. Not really looking forward to it. I probably will end up watching it just to see how it goes, but I am really looking forward to see Chris Evans transition from live action acting to voice acting.
Oh, I agree. I think Chris Evans' voice is perfect for the role of Buzz, even though it's different than the original voice actor, which I believe was Tim Allen. But yeah, I think he's going to do a great job. And in the trailer, I think they even dropped a little homage to him. One of the other characters called Buzz like Captain or something. So I was like, oh, that's funny. He's Captain America. So I don't know. I think that's just like really cool to see people that I am familiar with their like in-person, like physical body acting transition into like the animated movies. I just think that's neat.
Oh yeah, definitely. I agree with that. I've seen a lot of it recently in recent years, like Selena Gomez and Zendaya doing like voice acting gigs. I mean, like, because she was Lola Bunny. So I'm excited to see what the live action actors do as voice actors.
Yeah.
Yeah, and hopefully this will maybe be a new way for younger fans kind of get into the franchise, older fans to look back and see how it maybe ties into the Toy Story franchise. Maybe they will bring back Zurg, Buzz's, I guess, father / arch nemesis in the original Toy Story films.
Yeah.
That was always kind of fun. Maybe tying into, I know there was an animated series back in the late 90s, early 2000s that was popular. Anyway, to tie into that. But basically just see where they go from that. We can only hope and speculate, but no matter what, as somebody who's kind of, been attached to it since childhood, it's definitely something to go into and to look forward to, and we can only hope and speculate what exactly we're going to see. And it's definitely something to keep an eye out for.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I think they're going to bring in some new characters that'll be lovable to the new fans, and then even like the old, longtime fans will have something new to look forward to.
Exactly. And going off of one iconic childhood franchise to the next, the new Obi-Wan series is definitely coming out, and they released a new poster for it. This is really exciting. It's set about 10 years after Revenge of the Sith, so this is pretty exciting. I want to know what you guys think about that. That's huge.
That is huge because like ever since I was a kid, when I watched Revenge of the Sith when I was, I don't know, like 5, I just always thought that was like the coolest thing ever, that like Anakin and Obi-Wan were like fighting over like the lava and everything. Like it ticks every box that like a 5-year-old would want to see in their action. Like you got the lava, you got the lightsaber battle. It was everything. And so I'm just looking forward to seeing their dynamic again with Darth Vader and Obi-Wan. Hopefully having some sort of an epic battle in this new show.
I'm very excited to see Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen, hopefully, on screen again. I think it's confirmed, but I'm not 100% sure on him returning. But I'm very excited to see their chemistry again, because like when I watched the movies, I grew up on Star Wars as well. So it was great seeing their chemistry, and I want to see them do it again because they did such a great job the first time, and it's great to have something that isn't the sequels or an animated show to watch.
Yeah.
I definitely agree. And this is very exhilarating and epic. It's something to really look forward to because out of all the Star Wars projects, all the characters that they've talked about rolling out or making a film or series out of, Obi-Wan's the ones that's most high in demand. Like everybody's just like, what exactly is going to happen? Are we getting a new series? what exactly happened with Obi-Wan after his last fight with Anakin / Darth Vader in Revenge of the Sith, and his return as the mentor for Luke Skywalker in his fight with Darth Vader, again, my apologies, in the original Star Wars A New Hope. And it's just really exciting for a lot of people to look forward to exactly see what exactly happened in that 20-year or so gap, and see, what exactly Obi-Wan's involvement was in the franchise. Will there be connections to other current projects like The Mandalorian or Book of Boba Fett? Like, where we'll tie into that? And also seeing that really cool poster of him on the sands of Tatooine with his lightsaber, it really does the job of getting people hyped up, which I'm really excited about, and exactly see what he does. If there will be more of him with Darth Vader, hopefully with Hayden Christensen taking on the role, or anybody else, whatever. It'll be really exciting to see, and it'll definitely add on to what we already have in the franchise. So it's definitely something to look forward to.
Oh, definitely.
I didn't notice it myself, but I heard somewhere that in the poster, the lightsaber that he's holding is not his own. He's actually holding Anakin's.
Oh.
I don't know. I didn't see that for myself. But if that is the case, I wonder if that's going to have any of, like, do you think that'll be a driving force for Darth Vader to come after him?
I think
to, like,
so.
go back for his lightsaber?
I definitely think so. I mean, we all know Vader has a classic, like, what? I don't even remember what color his saber. It was red, wasn't
Red.
it? Yeah,
Red's
red.
the color for the Sith.
Yeah, it was red. But I think we need something else as to how Rey got, like, how we got to Rey getting the blue saber, the original
Right.
one. We need something that leads up to that. So I'm kind of hoping they do that.
Yeah, that's definitely something to think about, because we do know from watching A New Hope that Obi-Wan was in possession, I believe, of Anakin's old lightsaber and eventually gave it to Luke in episode 4. So that's definitely a thing to think about as we go into hopefully watching Obi-Wan coming up here. And overall, it's just really exhilarating to see, whether you're a Star Wars fan or not. It's going to be epic, and I'm really excited for that. And
Absolutely.
transitioning from epic series to epic video games, the new Pokemon Legends Arceus is also coming out. What do you guys think about that?
So I've been playing it because it came out the 28th of January. So it's very different versus the classic style where you have that set area, like where you can travel through. I do like the open world somewhat. I'm not a big fan of the premise of the game where you have to complete a Pokedex to even get to Arceus.
Oh, okay.
Because that's just, I've never been that kind of person. I've always just been level up as fast as you can and take on the gym leaders. But I think it is like a nice slower approach to get people into doing things. Only thing is, they've already had to release a patch because they had to nerf one of the Pokemon.
Oh, no.
Because you could not catch it after it changed forms. I can't remember which one, which is kind of weird how you already have to have a patch within 2 weeks. But I actually do like the game so far.
Okay. I myself have not played any Pokemon games outside of Pokemon Go.
Wow.
But I will say the recent ones on, like, the Switch and whatnot have looked really cool. Like, I was very close to biting the bullet and getting Sword, I think, Pokemon Sword. I just think that the whole, like, open world concept is really interesting for, like, the Pokemon game, and, like, the graphics look nice. I mean, I don't know a lot about Pokemon, but I think, like, the idea of just going around and, like, finding the Pokemon, like, in the wild and stuff is just, like, a really cool like feature and really cool premise of the game.
It's definitely a lot more fun, in my opinion, than just having a set path. But they have like a new star system. Instead of collecting gym badges, you get stars and you level up, and then you can unlock new areas to have the open world. And now you actually can craft your own Pokeballs instead of just buying them, and potions and everything. I played everything from like green and up. So I've played like Sword and Shield. I haven't played Brilliant Diamond or Shining Pearl yet, but this one I've only put about 5 hours in because I've gotten it like last weekend.
Okay.
But it's still a lot of fun. I love the region, and it's just a lot of fun seeing a different style on the Pokemon games that we all love.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat as Christian. I'm not very well versed in the Pokemon games either, but I always thought it was very intriguing, very cool, and I'm a huge sucker for open world games, so maybe this will get me into it, and other people who are into that style of gameplay. But overall, it's definitely something to look forward to now that the game is finally out, and it'll definitely get a lot of Pokemon fans more interested. And since Pokemon Go has recently had a resurgence and gotten more people interested in the franchise, maybe this will be a new stepping stone for people. So it'll be really cool.
I agree. I think it can bridge the gap between, like, people that just play video games and Pokemon fans, because with, like, the open world aspect and everything, and even, like, with the main objective being the Pokédex, like, personally I feel like I would enjoy it more that way, just because, like, it's more of like a scavenger hunt, and you gotta like collect everything. So, again, never played it, but
like I said,
I
I've
feel
always
like
been
I
more,
would enjoy that.
Yeah, I mean, if you love open world games, definitely go for it. I am more of a battle type, so I don't have the patience to collect like 30 of each Pokemon just to complete it.
That's fair.
But I mean, I'm gonna put in the hours. I'm gonna beat it for fun.
All right. Well, speaking of video games, there is another video game to talk about. It is Elden Ring. Now, apparently, this game is another open world RPG, except instead of being fun and cutesy like Pokemon, it's a little darker.
Just a little bit.
Vanessa, you want to take it away on this
yeah.
one?
So I was introduced to this about a month ago. Wasn't really interested into it about 2 weeks ago. That's when I started really getting into it. So it's from the makers of Dark Souls and Bloodborne, who have made very high-selling games. Those games are really fun. Basically, the same thing as this. You fight monsters with like big swords and weapons and stuff like that. It's gonna have online multiplayer. You can also just, obviously play by yourself. I think there's been in past Dark Souls games where you could go into other people's areas and help them.
Oh, okay.
But I'm not sure if that's gonna be in this one. And there's gonna be like character classes and everything. Not confirmed how many are going to be in it. And it's releasing on basically everything, like the Xbox Series One, the Series One S or X, PS5, PS4, PC, everything but the Switch.
Gotcha. I wonder why they're not going to put it on the Switch. That's
It would
kind of
not run
interesting.
well.
It
The
wouldn't run
graphics
well?
in that game are really high. Like,
Oh,
there's a lot
okay.
into it, especially like the monsters and everything. But it
Gotcha.
definitely would not run well whatsoever.
'Cause I think I played Dark Souls 3, I want to say. I was really bad at it because like it's one of those games where you just like get your butt kicked over and over again. But I will say that I thought it was a really cool idea where it's just kind of like you just fight things and keep going. And then you like run into the bosses and stuff, you level up. Like it's just like a fun, I don't want to say like time killer, but it definitely takes up your time to get through everything.
Definitely. My friend's boyfriend's done many replays, and he puts like hundreds of hours into that game.
Yeah, I'm sure it's
Going to be the same way when this one comes out.
You gotta practice it a lot to get through the stages.
Exactly. And after being pushed back for a month, like I bet this is a hotly anticipated game. A lot of people are looking forward to it. It's going to come out on most, if not all, consoles. And with the whole, again, open world aspect, online multiplayer, and being available on all of these different consoles, as well as the potential new character classes and customization possibilities, the opportunities are endless for anybody who's a fan of this new game, or anything similar like Dark Souls and Bloodborne that have already come out. So overall, this is definitely really cool and something very interesting. I feel like people will definitely get into.
I definitely think it's a Game of the Year contender.
Ooh.
Before the game even comes
Okay.
out, just from the trailers and what I've seen, definite Game of the Year contender.
I might have to give this one a try, and I say that about every game, but this one I think sounds really interesting. And even with like the character customizer and stuff, it's always fun to like make your little warrior guy running around.
Yeah.
Like in Dark Souls, I would make like just weird looking creatures and stuff. So I don't know, that just brings me joy to go around killing people and your dude just has a messed up face.
And speaking of highly anticipated games, there's been a new announcement for Nintendo Direct with some new games coming out. There's Centennial Case, Xenoblade Chronicles 3, Disney Speedstorm, Nintendo Switch Sports, No Man's Sky, Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes, Mario Strikers, and also a ton of games coming to Switch. Almost 50 new or remastered course on Mario Kart 8 Deluxe DLC coming out. So that's going to be really cool. What do you guys think about all these really awesome games coming out following this announcement?
There's a lot of things on this list that I'm excited for. First, Disney Speedstorm. So it sounds like it's just a knockoff of Mario Kart, but I have played many knockoffs of Mario Kart. Like I played the Shrek knockoff of Mario Kart, like all of them. And like, I just always think that they're fun. So like, just adding a Disney spin to Mario Kart, like, sure, I'll take it. Like,
Yeah, honestly, I'm not really interested in any of the new games. However, I am very excited for Portal and Portal 2 coming to Switch. I love the Portal games, used to play them when I was younger. And also Star Wars The Force Unleashed. I love the gameplay. Never got to play it, I've watched people play it. I am so excited for that to come to Switch.
I played that a very long time ago on the PS2, I think, unless it's a different game.
Can't even remember.
There was one on the PS2 that I played, and it was like a really cool Star Wars experience because it's not open world. I think it was levels, but it was still really cool just to like kind of have your own character, and it's like not like an established character, and it's not like the established Star Wars like storyline. It was just kind of like your own thing.
Oh yeah,
And like even the battling and the gameplay, I just thought was like really cool.
I think my favorite games, like Star Wars: The Force Unleashed, like my favorite Star Wars games take place outside of the main storyline. Like I can't remember the other one, the one with Cal in it, Cal Kestis. But Star Wars games, very excited for that to come to Switch. I will be spending all of my money on that. However, not very happy about Nintendo Switch Sports.
You're not?
No, I
That's
have
one of
I have
my
a
most
light. I can't even
anticipated.
play it.
Oh.
You have to have like the detachable Joy-Cons.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, if you don't have like the OLED or just the normal Switch, kind of screwed.
Does anyone know what the difference between the OLED one is? Because I do not.
I do not either, honestly.
All I know is it's
The white
better.
controllers.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just know it's
I was
better. I just know it's
curious.
better, and it's like not as colorful.
Well, I mean, I for one am looking forward to that because I do have the detachable Switch, like the normal one, and I love Wii Sports. Like I still play
Yes.
Wii Sports. Like anytime friends come over, Wii Sports. Like it's just such a staple.
Oh yeah,
I don't know,
Wii
it's like-
Sports was amazing. Wii Sports Resort too. It just feels like another money grab. But I mean, at this point, why not go for it? We need something nostalgic through
Yeah,
these times.
it may be a money grab, but like I'm ready for it. I'm willing to spend my
Oh, yeah.
money.
Yeah.
And then
If I had the full Switch, I would have.
yeah, and then for the 48 new and remastered courses on Mario Kart 8.
I don't have
That's
Mario Kart 8,
snazzy.
but I'm probably gonna buy it just for that. Just
Yeah.
get that in the DLC and just go ham.
Yeah, I mean 48. That's
It's
a lot. That's not just like that's almost like a new. Well, it is like a
It's
new
basically
game.
a whole new game. Yeah.
Yeah. So until we wait for Mario Kart 9, this should suffice.
Probably another 10 years until we get that. But
Yeah. Well, moving right along, the next thing is the Morbius movie trailer, or not trailer, sorry, the new poster that just released. It has a lot of different characters on it that I wasn't used to, nor were I expecting to see on the poster. So I thought that was kind of interesting. But also the coloring on it. There's like the Morbius eyes in the background, and then like the echolocation lines.
oh yeah,
I just thought it was like a really nifty looking poster, like very visually.
it's definitely
satisfying.
nifty. It takes. We all know the celebrity pyramid's still there,
Yeah.
but it does look good with the Morbius eyes and the echolocation. I think it looks pretty good for a Sony Marvel poster again.
Yeah, I'm definitely pretty excited for it. I remember seeing the original trailer they had when No Way Home came out, and it was definitely kind of shocking to see, but also really exciting, and there's a lot to speculate on, with Jared Leto taking on the role of Morbius following his role in Justice League as Joker, the return of Michael Keaton as Vulture from Spider-Man Homecoming, and also just a lot of hints, like now that we know that the multiverse exists, and now it's basically Marvel Cinematic Multiverse,
Yeah.
there's a lot of potential for what exactly is going on, because you do see Oscorp and also some different elements with the current Sonyverse going on with Venom. Is it going to be set in the Mark Webb, Andrew Garfield universe, in the Raimiverse? Is it going to be in Venomverse, or an entirely new universe or dimension with shared elements from all these universes we're already familiar with? And just a lot to speculate on, and it's really exciting to kind of see another character kind of take on the live action role here. And there's definitely, again, a lot to look forward to, and with the poster coming out, it's definitely gonna be a riot. I'm pretty excited for it.
I'm also pretty excited for it. I've been waiting for this movie since like the first 10 times it was pushed back.
Oh yeah, it's been pushed back a lot.
I'm hoping it actually, is in theaters April 1st, but with that date, not really too keen on it.
You think it'll move again?
I don't. We don't know. With how the pandemic's been going, we'll see how it is.
That is true.
At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if they also just released it on demand as well. But
oh, okay.
I think that this is going to be really, really good. I was really iffy with Jared Leto, especially after him being
Same.
Joker in Suicide Squad. Didn't have the greatest impression of his acting then.
Right.
He did good in House of Gucci, so I have a little bit more hope for him in this movie. The trailer looks good. Michael Keaton returning, fantastic. I think it's going to be a ride with Venom. They still have the murder of Spider-Man in there from Tom Holland universe, so we'll see where this goes.
Well, is that what they're referring to? Because that's my
incredibly
biggest
true.
question.
Yeah.
Like what you mentioned is like, what universe does this take place in? And like, Michael Keaton is Vulture. Like, is he Tom Holland's Vulture? Is he a different universe Vulture and just like happens to be the same actor? Like, I don't know, guys.
Guess we'll have to find out.
I would love to see some Spider-Man elements popping up, and I would love to see the return of any of our 3 Spider-Men.
Yeah.
But
There's only like so much we can speculate and hope for, because they've been keeping so much under wraps as much as they can. Like, we don't even know what universe it's set in, and after No Way Home and everything else going on and Multiverse of Madness coming up, there's just endless possibilities for what exactly could be going on. So I'm pretty excited. And speaking of Spider-Man, we have the Oscars 22 coming up, the new nominations. They are nominated for Best Visual Effects, and there's all kinds of other projects being nominated. Of course, relating to that, Andrew Garfield was nominated for his first Oscar for another project he was in this year, Tick, Tick, Boom. So that's exciting.
Excellent.
We've got nominations also for Shang-Chi, Dune, things for score, visual effects, sound, makeup. We have also West Side Story getting a lot of Oscar nominations. So we do know that despite not doing so well at the box office, there's a lot of recognition it's getting from a critical standpoint. So there's a lot very hopeful for it coming up on March 27th. And of course, all the new animated features that were nominated is pretty exciting.
I think I was mostly disappointed to hear that Spider-Man No Way Home didn't get more nominations.
Oh,
Yes.
yes.
I'm biased. I just really enjoyed that movie and like the nostalgia of it. But yeah, I mean, Best Visual Effects, I'd be happy if they got that.
I'd just be happy if they got a
Yeah.
single Oscar at this point.
Yeah,
Either for Shang-Chi or No Way Home. I loved both of those movies.
that is true.
Those are like one of the few movies I actually saw in theaters in the past year.
Yeah, honestly, it's rare for like such big blockbuster movies such as Marvel or Star Wars to get that kind of recognition at big award shows such as Oscars. And Best Visual Effects, it's a start. Other movies have been nominated for it before within Marvel. But again, there's a lot of hope for what exactly we could see here. With all the great projects that came out this year, there's a lot of competition. But for something that stood out so well, like No Way Home was a huge game changer, as well as such a high quality film, as well as Shang-Chi, which was huge. It was a great movie and broke a lot of records. There's a lot to see there, and coming up in March to see exactly how it turns out. You never know at the Oscars. A lot of things have happened there. So it's really exciting to see what exactly how
See,
it
I
turns
disagree.
out.
You kind of just know what's going to happen at the Oscars at
Yeah.
this point. I mean, Dune has how many nominations?
All of
Dune,
them.
I'm not a fan of Dune. I will say that straight up. I didn't watch it. Trailer didn't intrigue me. Just
Ooh.
all I know is it was basically really good music with really muffled talking and Zendaya in it for like 5 minutes. Only reason I was going to see it was because of her. Didn't end up watching it because of that fact.
I did not see Dune.
I
but
did not see Dune either.
I feel like it would be something that I would really enjoy. So I want to see it before I
Oh,
reserve any judgment.
That's incredibly
but
fair, yeah. I think best animated feature is going to be where everything's going to like really come to a head.
Oh, 'cause
Because
we
you
got-
have a lot of Disney movies and Luca, but then you also have the Mitchells versus the Machines, which is more recent of a release, I believe.
I
Yeah.
haven't seen that one.
It's on Netflix. It's actually pretty funny. I have younger siblings, so I was kind of roped into it by force. I think it's a surprise nomination because, again, while also not being a Disney movie, it was definitely a different turn because it does kind of play off of film and social media and everything, because it is about, you know, the daughter who is going off to college, go to film school, and it's following her and her family as they decide to take a spontaneous road trip to her college to drop her off, when all of a sudden these AI machines start taking over. And it does kind of play off things like, you know, the Terminator and RoboCop that we've seen with robots and AI trying to take over. But it's an interesting take, and you know, I love pugs, and there's a pug in it, so you know I'm gonna go crazy over that. I think he should have won an Oscar. He should get it. But either way, it's definitely something really cool, and I'm glad to see different like films and projects getting recognition that you don't expect. But you never know. There's a lot of good projects there, and Kanto's been huge lately. And of course, we have Luca, Flea, and Raya and the Last Dragon, all really good films. So no matter what, it's really exciting to look forward to. And with that, there's also some other projects coming up. We have, of course, Uncharted, which is another Tom Holland project
that
that's
comes
in the
out
works.
in like a week or so.
Literally,
I think so,
Yeah,
next
really
week.
soon.
literally 8 days. Yeah.
I'm excited for that.
And then we have the Batman, which is another thing that has been all the rage lately with Robert Pattinson coming up. Also, the new film Turning Red by Pixar, Morbius, which we talked about. Another Fantastic Beasts film, Secrets of Dumbledore, is coming out. And also, what I'm honestly most excited about this year, Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness.
I
There's so
agree.
much speculation coming on, but I'm really excited because my homegirl Scarlet Witch is going to be in the spotlight for once after WandaVision. So I'm really excited to
Yeah.
see how that pans out. And overall, I'm really interested to see how they're kind of marketing it and retooling it as more of like a horror film. And that's going to be
That is
intriguing to
interesting.
see. Did you hear that they were actually debating out there's apparently an R-rated cut of the film as well?
Oh.
Did
They're
not hear
talking
that.
about
Did not hear that.
there's like either an R-rated cut as well as a PG-13 cut. So that's really interesting, and I'm really excited about it. I don't know what you guys think about some upcoming projects coming up, or maybe some new ones that I haven't heard about yet.
I will say I'm definitely excited for Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness.
Yes.
Big Wanda stan. Got a lot of fun for Funko Pops and everything. But I'm also like really excited for, like I said earlier, Morbius, Turning Red. Kind of excited for actually. I mean, I know it's a film about what Red Panda. It's like
Something
we're going
like
to turn
that,
into a
but
Red Panda, but it
it's a
just looks
Pixar
like it looks
movie.
like a good time. It looks like a feel good movie.
Yeah. Well, it looks like that's all the time we have today, folks. I am Christian, along with Morgan and Vanessa. Tune in next week for another riveting discussion in the world of pop culture. Have a great night, Millersville.